Well, it's that time of the year again. Time of life, I don't really know. Seems like now I have some pretty big decisions to make and I don't know what to do. I have 3 solid good options, all of which seem pretty good, but I don't know what's the best one to take, and how could you ever know what's the best one to take? Right now, when I'm making these big decisions, I found that my brain goes wild. It's sort of doing all the possible outcomes in my life, trying to calculate which would be the most beneficial, and what I'm pretty much doing is making movies in my head of my life. And that's not how the world works. But I kind of wish it did, but that'd be really boring and kind of awful in the same way. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you're making big decisions or just anything and you're anxious about what's gonna happen, even if you know it's gonna be good and you're worried about what's gonna be the best, like, it's gonna be okay. You know, humans have survived this long. We'll be fine. And if you made it this far to have these options, you're doing pretty well too. It's just scary, and I get that. I guess that's part of what I'm trying to overcome right now. On the surface level, life is pretty simple when you think about it. I mean, it's rather predictable. You go to school, go to work, you know, eat some good food, talk to your friends, family, watch some YouTube, and go to sleep. Like, that's about it when you think about it. But is that what life is all about? I don't think it is. And I think life is more about the things that you can't predict, such as new people that you meet, maybe the cool things you see, like birds and anything, really. And for those good things to happen, you have to let that new experiences come to you. You know, you can't plan on those new things to happen at all. For example, last year I was in my junior year and I knew I wanted to do something different because I didn't really like high school, and there was this program that let me go to college, and I really had one option just because the other colleges were really far away, and it happened to be a really competitive program because a lot of people wanted to do it. I didn't get in. That was really hard for me. I had always gotten into the stuff that I wanted to, and this time it didn't happen. But I kept going, and I was able to try to reapply, and on the last day of school, I got in. And from there, it pretty much changed my life. So after I got accepted into the program, went through my summer, had a great experience, an internship, and then I crossed into my senior year. But it wasn't really a typical senior year where things were familiar. Maybe you do the senior slide, but I didn't do that. Instead of being comfortable, I threw myself into a new school, new college for that matter. It's something that I couldn't have predicted. I'm not really a school person myself at all, but it's just an example of how things change in ways that you just wouldn't predict it to. To go back to this whole point of the video is that you can't play movies of your life in your head to figure out what you want to do. It doesn't work that way. It's really just a reminder for me to, it will be okay.